Alright, welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I am Ditch, and you are watching SmackDown. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. Oh, that's right, they take forever to introduce Triple H. Well, we're kicking things off here with Triple H, who, as we all know, is set to face off against whoever the World Heavyweight Champion is inside Hell in a Cell in just under 2 months' time. So here we go, Triple H, set to go one-on-one here tonight with Christian, the tag team partner of Edge, someone who has been rising the ranks for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think actually, Edge just recently managed to get back into the top 10, I think, after that victory over JBL, a very, very big victory that put him up quite a bit. And it just goes to show, sometimes it's not about how many wins you have, but rather who you've beaten. And for Edge, he has definitely, I'd say, ascended the ranks quite quickly with a few SmackDown main events here and there, and obviously close friends right now with his lifelong hero and icon, Bret Hart. I don't think Edge will be challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship anytime soon, or maybe he will, whether that be because he's just been using Bret, or it be because he just wants to live out that dream match, and obviously he still strives to become World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know, but right now, you know, Triple H, he's out here first with the longest entrance of the night, set to face off against Christian. I feel like I haven't seen this attire in forever, you know? Anyway, Christian set to go one-on-one with Triple H. This is a big opportunity for Christian. Obviously, he's no longer the Intercontinental Champion. He's going to now look towards the future, and Christian has said that Edge needs to get his head out of the clouds. He's got to stop idolizing Bret Hart. He's got to take a step back from getting a little bit too carried away with the wrong circumstances. He's going to focus on what really matters, and that's Christian. That's his friendship. That's the former tag team champions. They need to be champions again, says Christian. Well, speaking of the tag team championships, they are on the line later on tonight. Jeri-Show set to defend those tag team titles for the first time since winning them against the combination of Kurt Hennig and Six, the NWO. Or as I like to call them, the NWO Blue. Okay, so I have a question for anyone who's been interested in following along with this. Obviously, I haven't started doing a story mode yet. I have actually been meaning to. I've even actually spoken to Sari, who has agreed that, like, you know, I may as well drop those old story mode playthroughs that we did and start fresh. Even she's agreed on that. With regards to those, I just basically wanted to ask if people would be more interested in them being recorded or live. Please only answer one or the other. I know it's very kind when people say, like, oh, it doesn't matter what you do, I'll like it either way. I just want to know what people would prefer. Your intentions are good, what you're saying is kind, but I need actual answers. Sorry, it keeps cutting, so I thought maybe if I just fiddle with the wire a little bit, it'd stop. I know I say this all the time, I hate recording off of the PS3 so much. I'm hoping that PS3 emulation will continue to get better over time, and I'll be able to just do, like, or like Xbox 360 emulation, because I know those are two things that, like, they're working on quite a lot, you know. I tried a PS3 emulator of 13 or 14. Maybe it was 14. I tried a PC emulation of one of them. I think it was 13. Because I remember at the time I thought like, oh, it'd be really nice if I could just switch the series to being recorded on PC instead. So much easier, so much less problem. Don't have to use my capture card, don't have to deal with this component bullshit. You know, the game would actually be in 1080 and not 720, because these episodes look pretty bad, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't care. I literally had a comment like the other day where someone said like 2K14 still looks great. And like, that's nice, but like it looks okay. But like, my biggest problem is the PS3 only plays this game at 720p, and then like it doesn't even upscale it. Like, this is in 720. I'm upscaling it to 1080. So it looks really grainy. Now, if I'd have known that back when I first set up the, you know, this series to be on PS3 instead of 360, I wouldn't have ever made the switch. I would have just, because the 360 also only does 720, but it upscales it to 1080, which makes it look a little bit clearer. You notice, like, for example, like, look at like Triple H's hair when he's moving around. It's very grainy. It won't look like that as much on 360. It's still not perfect, but it won't look as bad. It's just stuff like that, basically, for anyone who's not so very technically interested in this stuff. So I do kind of regret making this switch over, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, this is the last one. And then it's all PC from here anyway. Obviously for the story modes, oh, there you go, there goes Christian. Obviously for the story modes, the PS2 ones, I'll you know, those will emulate perfectly fine. And I'll just figure it out as I go along. Yeah, I just want to know if people want to see it live or recorded, basically. Just let me know what you think. As I say, I know, I appreciate the people that will just be like, I'll watch it either way. Smiley face. I just want to know what you prefer. Would you prefer if it was recorded and then cut into like 20-minute parts or whatever, or would you prefer if it was live and they were like really big 1 hour or so videos, however long I stream for, really, because I don't cut up streams, they don't feel very natural. Triple H one or whatever. That is not a great face, is it? They did not do a great job of making this look like Rick Rude. So I'm sorry, I know it's, again, probably like many of the other problems I've spoken about in the past. Like, I know no one really cares, but it bugs the shit out of me. I'm sorry this keeps freezing. I don't know why it does. It's very, very vague. You have to kind of notice it, really. It did it a second ago whilst he was making his entrance. I think this might actually be my fault. I think I've left OBS running just a little bit too long. I think that's just the problem, which I'll explain in a minute. It's a funny story, I guess.
Approaching the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 235 pounds. True.
Last night I stopped streaming and I was like, I'll be back in a moment. I'm just gonna go have my dinner, and then I fell asleep for 7 hours. But I had like all of my stream setups still open. And I'm thinking maybe it's something to do with that. I think this might be a bit of a self-inflicted problem, to be honest. Oopsie. Not only that, but as it turns out, my graphics driver needs an update, so it could even just be that. Not that you guys really would care about that kind of information, but, you know, I'm not feeling very professional right now. I'm not really feeling like talking in a way I'm supposed to. So, sorry about that. To disappoint anybody.
So much on the line in this one. And like they say, on any given night, anything can happen in the WWE.
In the WWE.
Nails the head scissor.
So I'm just quickly checking some stuff on my computer. Seeing if I can make this run a little better. I think the answer is no, basically. I think it's just going to have to be this way for this episode. As I said, I don't even think people notice this kind of stuff when I go on about it. I think I'm my own biggest critic, and I just worry about this stuff too much. But it bugs me a lot. I'll have to, when it comes to doing whatever story mode it is I do first, I'll have to, like, play test it off screen before I really get into it, because I don't want to... Ooh, that was cool. I really like that. Nice move by R-Truth. I really don't want to, like, have to deal with any of that on screen. So I'll try to make sure that it's all as functional as can be beforehand. Hit him! Well, tonight's main event is a very interesting one if you haven't already had a little look. Bret Hart has declared that he will be a fighting champion, and he will defend that World Heavyweight Championship against anyone who wants a shot at any given time here on Friday Night SmackDown. And tonight he will once again defend the World Heavyweight Championship, believe it or not, as we have been told that a challenge has been laid down by Ryback. Ryback says, I have never had an opportunity at a World Championship. That changes tonight. Bret, you and me one-on-one. I think I can take that world title away. Bret Hart, ever the fighting champion. The heart of a champion, exactly what it takes to be a champion. Bret Hart has said, I will not back down from anyone, including you, Ryback. You're on. So that is a big World Heavyweight Championship match coming your way tonight, and obviously with the World Tag Titles on the line as well. Double championship business here on Friday nights. Which, by the way, if you missed this Wednesday's NXT, is now the home of Fandango and no longer the home of Sin Cara. An emotional farewell took place between Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio after NXT went off the air. Rey was in attendance, and obviously he was heartbroken to see his friend lose so soon, but he says, don't you worry, I will get my revenge. Rey Mysterio has issued the challenge. Next week here on SmackDown, Fandango makes his debut, going one-on-one with, I guess now, Sin Cara's former partner, Rey Mysterio. Could be a really big opportunity to prove himself for Fandango. If he can beat Rey, he's beaten a former Intercontinental and United States champion, as well as a former Cruiserweight champion. Cruiserweight. I don't know why I said it like that. Rick Rude flexing those muscles. R-Truth could be in real trouble here. Nope. Kick to the midsection. Hip toss between these two, and Rick Rude into the cover, but a kick out. Definitely a very unique match right here. I don't think we've ever seen these two share a ring ever before. Also, I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't know what I did, but it seems like it has actually stopped stuttering now. Big heel kick by R-Truth. Still no news on the whereabouts of The Undertaker, as a matter of fact. People have been looking all over for him, including a very distressed Paul Bearer, as a matter of fact. Nobody knows where The Undertaker is right now. All we know is that he has lost his mind looking for Kane. He has been all over the place. You know, he was tearing up the backstage area all last week. Where's Kane? Went straight for Jericho and Big Show. They don't know. No one knows. Kane disappeared back at SummerSlam, and I don't know when he'll be back, but not much, thanks. Thanks for asking. Drop kick. Failed to connect. Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy. Over here by R-Truth. And he beats Rick Rude. That's what's up. Well done to R-Truth. Very tasty move, though.
Here is your winner, R-Truth. Absolutely amazing.
Takes a little loss. Oh man, and then put the crowd noise in. He even has a wash up as his taunt. Why would they put it in here? That's so, it's like how you can pick his rap entrance, but like he makes no noise. he just motions along to it. It's so weird. Anyway, R-Truth is victorious. Well, here comes a very, very big opportunity for Robert Scorpio.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the United Kingdom, Robert Scorpio.
Robert Scorpio making his way down to the ring here tonight. He's set to face off against the former World Heavyweight Champion, Damien Sandow. Very, very big news, I'm sure. But that is in fact what this guy's got up in front of him, and this is a huge opportunity. Obviously, Sandow is set to have his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship here on SmackDown in 2 weeks' time, regardless of who is holding the championship. Damien Sandow says he will merge his real World Heavyweight Championship with the fake one that Bret Hart carries around. For the record, just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, Damien Sandow, bitter in his loss, has begun wearing a replica from the WWE shop and is refusing to acknowledge that he is no longer the World Heavyweight Champion. In fact, he's calling himself the real World Heavyweight Champion. So, I mean, this is a really gray area. I'm not a big fan of this move. You can really tell that's not the real title. I want to know how much these two are paying the ring announcer to call him the World Heavyweight Champion as he makes his way down the ring. If you look at the records, he is not even recognized as World Heavyweight Champion because he's not World Heavyweight Champion. He lost the title to Bret Hart back at SummerSlam. Edge counted the 3 as the guest referee, and that's exactly why Sandow says he is the real World Champion. He says that Edge played bias. He knew that Sandow was hurt, and yet he carried on the match and counted the 3 anyway. So we go Robert Scorpio and Damien Sandow, a first-time face-off once again here on SmackDown. This is the third time I think we've seen a first-time match here tonight. Well, up next, that all comes to an end. We've got a match that we'll be seeing for the third time here on SmackDown, the third and final time. It's been a great little series of matches, but here tonight, John Cena is set to go one-on-one with Sheamus. The last time these two set foot in the ring, Cena defeated Sheamus, but the first time they set foot in the ring, Sheamus defeated Cena. Here tonight, they square things up. We find out who the bigger and better man is. I don't really know what awaits the winner of tonight's matchup, but John Cena and Sheamus are set to go one-on-one once again. I believe this was just a fight to kind of get recognition, something that both of them have been saying that they want. I'd definitely say that they're getting recognition. They're putting on some great matches, so I'm looking forward to this third and final one up next. Honestly, you ask me, I think the winner of that should get some kind of title match. Obviously, right now with Bret Hart, they don't need to go through each other. Maybe an Intercontinental title opportunity. I mean, we've never seen Sheamus hold the Intercontinental title, but John Cena is a former Intercontinental champion. I'd like to see either Sheamus or Cena go one-on-one with the Big Show, to be honest. But that's personal opinion. It's not up to me. I mean, it is, but it's not. You're welcome. So now kicking Scorpio off, and for Scorpio, this is all about proving himself. This is about taking this opportunity and running with it. Can he beat a former World Heavyweight Champion? Of course, with JBL in his corner, that just makes things more dangerous for for Scorpio. I've been told that next week in the main event of SmackDown, there will be a huge 6-man tag team match. It will be on one side, Damien Sandow, JBL, and a partner of theirs choosing against Bret Hart, Edge, and a partner of his choosing. And this comes regardless of tonight's main event result. If Bret is to retain against Ryback tonight, then this will be a good preview of the World Heavyweight Championship match between Bret and Sandow, scheduled to take place in 2 weeks' time, a week after that 6-man tag. And if Bret is to lose the championship, then this will be the, I guess, score settler between the likes of Sandow and Bret. It's a big 6-man tag next week on SmackDown. Both sides have got to pick a tag team partner to join alongside them. And honestly, I feel like Sandow and JBL, these two really see eye to eye. They have a lot of similar views of the world, I guess, for lack of a better term. But, you know, I feel like they're going to have a hard time finding a partner, whereas I don't think Bret's going to struggle very much. Between JBL and Damien Sandow, I think these two have wronged a lot of people. I think they're going to have a very hard time finding anyone willing to work alongside them. Well, there comes the elbow of disdain by Damien Sandow. Has he just defeated Robert Scorpio that easy? Not yet. Scorpio may have just dodged a bullet there. Getting neck breaker, and now Scorpio. No, I would never. Well, here comes Ryback. He keeps getting involved in Scorpio's matches lately. The problem is, I can't really tell if he's out here to help him or if he's out here to cheat him.
Damien Sandow needs to turn things around. Oh, jeez.
And that's actually one of the reasons for this matchup here tonight. Last week, it was Robert Scorpio versus Edge. And Sandow came out to get involved, I guess, against Edge. And then Ryback came out, and things got a little messy on the outside. And Sandow says that Ryback was put up to it by Scorpio. Scorpio says, I have nothing to do with Ryback. I'm not responsible for what this guy does, and last time we were in the ring, I didn't like this guy. I'm wondering if there's some kind of alliance forming between Scorpio and Ryback, perhaps unintentionally. As Scorpio now going to get that white tiger bomb. Oh, right on the outside on Damien Sandow. And Ryback is mouthing off on the outside. What is he doing? We got the attention of Scorpio. Gets a 6 on Sandow. Scorpio playing some kind of head game. Very much playing Sandow's game against him right now. It looks to me like Ryback is actually out here in support of Scorpio. I mean, maybe the loss to Scorpio was enough for Ryback to get some appreciation of him, but Scorpio's saying, get out of here, I don't want you out here. Yeah, maybe when Scorpio beat Ryback, he actually got the admiration from the big guy, actually got him to respect him a little bit, and maybe Ryback's looking at becoming a partner of Scorpio, but obviously this isn't the way to do it. Scorpio has made it quite clear, I don't want you here. Scorpio is no stranger to Tag Team Championship gold. In fact, the titles here on SmackDown, the World Tag titles, those are championships Scorpio has held before. Don't ask who his partner was, he does not exist.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
Stevie Richards. Big dropkick there by Robert Scorpio once again to Damien Sandow. Cover attempt, is this going to be enough? Wait a minute, Ryback, okay, I guess Ryback change of heart here. And now Scorpio going for a white tiger bomb once again. JBL playing distraction. And there's just distraction all around the ring. Scorpio decided to release the hold straight away when he realizes this, and he's really got an uphill struggle here. Sandow, what are you doing? Sandow, what are you... Okay. Just wanted to take a moment. Well, Ryback has been kicked from ringside by the referee after getting involved in the match. That should have been a disqualification, but of course the referee wouldn't do that.
And he's forced back in the ring.
Drum solo in the background there. Sandow now inside the ring. Scorpio from behind. Drives the knee. Neck breaker. Okay.
Each of these competitors is looking for the
Slightest hint of weakness in the other, yeah. And that cross body might have been enough. Scorpio looking to get another win here on Damien Sandow. And once again, JBL playing distraction. This is really a numbers game for Scorpio here. An uphill struggle to the very maximum. Oh, once again, third white tiger bomb in this match, and once again Scorpio realizes the count is not happening. Releases the hold. Sandow has taken 3 finishing moves from Scorpio. This match should have been over a long time ago. Tell you what, Bret, you want a partner next week? Scorpio might be very happy to volunteer the way this is going. Set up powerbomb. Scorpio kicking Sandow. Oh my god! He kicked him so hard he's levitating.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Stellar performance from Scorpio tonight. Really going out there and saying, no, I got to prove myself. Damien Sandow now with the elbow of disdain once again. Cover attempt. And Scorpio kicks out. Yet to see. There it is. Not even the terminus. The "You're welcome" by Damien Sandow. A move Sandow literally introduced to say that he was better than the WWE champion over on Raw, The Rock. Both moves very similar in style. And Sandow with a cover, and Scorpio kicked out. Well, there goes that very short streak of people not being able to kick out of that. Scorpio got Sandow's arm caught. How many times is the referee going to tolerate JBL getting involved in this matchup? Well, I guess that's the last time. That was an unreasonable amount of interference for one match. And there you go. Well, I never. That might be the biggest win of his entire career. Not thrilled with the way it happened, but hey, he overcame a lot tonight.
Here is your winner, Robert Scorpio.
Robert.
Emotional victory here tonight. Man, oh man.
Well, that was a very hard-fought win, and undeniably the biggest win this guy has ever picked up. Just pinned the very former World Heavyweight Champion, Robert Scorpio, with a massive, massive victory here on SmackDown. But who will pick up an even bigger victory? Will it be John Cena or Sheamus? They settle the score 1-1. We find out who will get that second win next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, Cena.
Well, John Cena, everybody, a man who has been, in his eyes, a little overlooked lately here on SmackDown, and that's exactly why he has requested this series of matches with Sheamus. After Sheamus defeated him, Cena said, no, I don't want it to end there. I want to prove that I can beat you, and I want us to continue to steal the show week in and week out. Well, here tonight they have that opportunity. One-on-one, John Cena and Sheamus. What a treat. It'll be a very long await the arrival of Sheamus. Why is this taking so long? Okay, there you go.
Approaching the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 272 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
I feel like such an ass, but it really goes to my head every time without fail. He makes his entrance and I just go, man, that shirt sucks every single time. Oh, and then the bit on the back every time. Oh, it just makes it worse. I wish there was a way to just have him come up with, like, no shirt. Blank shirt. Just a blank shirt. Sorry, Sheamus. I really like Sheamus a lot. But, hey. Can't choose shirt, can you?
Michael, this is going to be fun to watch.
So we go, John Cena and Sheamus. For the third and, I'd imagine, final time in this series of matches. Sheamus, a former World Heavyweight Champion. John Cena, a multi-time WWE Champion. Both of these two haven't held a world championship in quite a long time. And obviously, as I said before, with Bret Hart being the fighting champion that he is, if he can retain tonight against Ryback, maybe one of these two will be next in line. But actually, there won't be a World Heavyweight Championship defense next week, as I already announced. There'll be a big 6-man tag team match coming your way. Both the team of Sandow and JBL and the team of Edge and... I wouldn't say Edge and Christian, because obviously, naturally, that's the team you're going to say, Edge and Bret Hart. Feels very strange to say in comparison. But obviously, with those two tag teams set to compete next week on SmackDown with a third member of their choosing. I mean, maybe they can get Christian on board. Maybe. I think it would be really nice to see Edge and Christian reunite, work alongside Bret Hart. I think that would be very pleasant. No doubt about it. But it's whether or not Christian is willing to step up and, you know, be honorable. Show that he will fight alongside Edge and Bret Hart. And obviously in 2 weeks time, Bret is set to defend the World Heavyweight Championship. But if he's able to defend the championship not only tonight against Ryback, but again in 2 weeks time against Damien Sandow, then Bret will, I imagine, continue to take on all comers on the road to Hell in a Cell, which at that point would be just 4 weeks away. It's a busy schedule for the World Heavyweight Champion, but he wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I wonder if people like Cena and Sheamus, they look at Bret Hart and how he's handling that championship, and they think to themselves, that's how I want to be. It's one thing for a lot of people to say they'll be a fighting champion, but it's another for them to back it up, and Bret is absolutely doing that. Now, do I think that by Bret defending the World Heavyweight Championship every week, he is wearing himself thin, and that his championship reign is going to be very numbered and probably not last all too long? Absolutely. I think the man's going to burn himself out pretty hard. And I hope that that doesn't happen too soon. But, you know, I think for as long as he's holding that championship, if he's really insisting on competing every week here on SmackDown and just being the most fighting champion he can be, yeah, I think Bret's going to tire himself out. I think he's going to wear himself out real bad. But at the same time, you know, I feel like Bret Hart's the kind of guy that he wouldn't have it any other way. He will give everything, 110%, every single week. He will wear himself thin to become the greatest World Heavyweight Champion. And whether that's through defenses or length, I think Bret would rather it be through defenses. I think he wants to be the kind of champion that goes down in history as a black guy. He fought his heart out every week, and it was almost always for the championship. And he really proved what he can do. You know, Bret right now, he is undefeated this season. I've said this many times before, but it's an incredible feat. You know, you look at his win-loss record, 15-1. And the only loss he ever suffered, he didn't actually lose. It was a triple threat match. He was not involved in the result of the match at all. Unpinned and unsubmitted for most of this season. So far. Big belly to belly sends John Cena across the ring.
Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has excited the WWE Universe with some of the most memorable moments in television history. And we're witnessing more amazing moments here tonight. Oh, the punch connects. Oh, man, what impact from that suplex.
John Cena and Sheamus really fighting their heart out to get recognition. I think that's the crazy thing about this series of matches, right? These guys, they got no bad blood with each other. They got no championships on the line, no contendership on the line. These are just two guys that have been competing right now on SmackDown because they have both looked at their positions and gone, look, we aren't getting the recognition that we feel we deserve. And it's time for us to just take it. It's time for us to just claim that for ourselves and do it ourselves. And that's exactly what they're coming out here and doing quite regularly right now. They are making a name for themselves once again through singles competition against each other. You know, you look at a situation like this, and obviously with the amount of times that it kind of comes to be, and, you know, me just kind of speaking my mind here, I'd say, you know, naturally I look at this and I go, why don't you guys form a tag team? Imagine a combination of John Cena and Sheamus challenging Jeri-Show, you could very likely see these guys beat Big Show and Jericho for the tag team titles. A big white noise there by Sheamus. And just a 1 count. And I think the only reason that we haven't seen that, I think the only reason we don't witness these two as a tag team is because they are both so fixed on becoming world champion once again. John Cena, I don't think he meant to do that to the referee there. Could be wrong.
Sheamus appears to be admiring his work.
Is this the end of John Cena? High cross. Ooh.
And King, you know firsthand what the Celtic Warrior is capable of. Oh yes, I do. This guy is. He hasn't done nearly
Oh, wow.
Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has excited the WWE Universe with some of the most memorable moments in television history. And we're witnessing more.
Why is there a little bit of reverb on Michael Cole's voice? Okay, stop now. For a second there, it sounded like there was a little bit of like he was being played over the speakers. Which I know they've botched in real life, but they have never put that in a game. Why would you? It's a botch.
What a match.
Heads up move by Sheamus.
Good Lord, look at the fire in his eyes. Oh, out of nowhere.
Cena getting fired up now.
Keep your eye on
Oh
Cena.
boy. Comes a very flashy suplex.
These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
Did he really do the uses the comeback to stand up and then doesn't actually do the comeback sequence? So lame.
And he gets escorted back through the ropes. Shoulders to, and Cena kicks out. He swung wild with that one. And the gritty and determined Cena is right back in it. And just tossing him to the ground. And there's an elbow drop.
Cena drops him down, and another one.
Drops another one.
Cena doesn't
And a
suck.
shot to the solar plexus.
We all thought he did, but he doesn't.
Call your friend. Total destruction. He might not know where he is right now.
Sheamus is back in control as he takes Cena to the center of the ring, and now what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Nothing.
I just can't get
Nothing at all.
of this match. This has been brutal. These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
Sheamus drops down the DDT on the knee. Classic.
And there's the toss. That's not good. Ow! Hard kick to the ribs.
One moment.
The tension, the drama. This is electric. Watch it. He looks fired up here.
Oh my god, Sheamus is actually doing it. He's actually doing it. My goodness. Someone new. He deserves to win now. Oh, he didn't even pin off of it. Beautiful. Sheamus, for the second time in this match, goes for a white noise, and he gets all of that one.
That should do it right there.
Cover attempt here, and oh, just about a kick out.
How does Cena do
John
that?
Cena still in this snap map.
That can go like John Cena.
And a fist drop. All right.
John Cena, the 250
Getting very tense
pounder
here.
from Newbury, Massachusetts.
Newberry. Ooh.
This arena starting to come together in some
Always interesting to see what chants randomly exist. Not heard this one before. That was very short-lived. Uh-oh. Oh, look out, Cena. He's gonna do a run strike at you. The game just does not understand running finishes. Game doesn't really understand a lot of things.
for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Shoves Cena off. Oh, that is the strangest bro kick I've ever seen. Cover attempt here by Sheamus. It's over.
Sheamus wins.
Well, John Cena, you gave it a good showing, and you even got a victory back a couple weeks ago, but at the end of the series, Sheamus beats Cena 2-1.
Here is your winner, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Now the question is, what does the future hold for Sheamus? Record setter, the longest World Heavyweight Champion and World Tag Team Champion in history. Longest European champion too, I believe. 3 records this guy holds. What is next for Sheamus though? Will he be facing off against Bret Hart or perhaps Ryback in the near future? Who knows? Only Sheamus does. Maybe. Big Show? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Well, Jeri-Show set to defend the World Tag Team Championships for, well, I want to say the first time, but you never know when it will be the last. Tonight they're set to face off against the NWO Blue, the team of Six and Curt Hennig. And you may be wondering how we got here, how we got to this point where they are the rightful contenders. Well, believe it or not, it actually has nothing to do with Big Show. But it all stems from a few weeks back when Chris Jericho was freshly off the back of winning Money in the Bank. He suffered a very shocking upset loss to Six, which Six has not forgotten about, and it's how he got this opportunity here tonight. Six was told, well, if you and Hennig can win just one tag team match, you will get a tag team title opportunity, as those titles are due to be defended real soon. Six and Hennig then defeated Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, and what we didn't know at the time would be Sin Cara's final SmackDown match, but I guess he's now down on NXT. And these guys are the #1 contenders.
Introducing the challengers, Six-Pack and Curt Hennig, the new World Order.
So he's very interested in finding out if they can perhaps make the NWO proud, and both SmackDown and Raw's NWO can be holding the tag team championships. Obviously, these guys keep getting warned every now and then that they are on very thin ice and that they need to start stepping up their game, which when you look at what the NWO and Raw are doing right now, I mean, I guess that does make sense. These guys definitely don't feel on par with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. I mean, honestly, I feel like Hulk Hogan, the so-called leader of the group, really has a lot of room to talk. He hasn't exactly achieved anything himself since coming here. In fact, his win-loss record has shown that he is more of a loser than a winner. Honestly, I'd say Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are the only guys in the NWO that have really impressed so far. Not to talk down Six's accomplishments, at least. He is a former Cruiserweight champion, even in the time of the NWO. So I guess he's done all right, you know, but that's about it, honestly. That's about as far as it goes. That's what it's all about. Now, why did both of those nameplates say Chris Jericho? Could someone explain that to me? So here we go. First things first, it is Six up against Chris Jericho. And that is where the upset really came in the first time. Six managing to pin Chris Jericho really came as a huge surprise, especially so fresh off of Jericho winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Jericho now runs into the corner, takes down Six. Jericho off the ropes, drop kick. Okay. Nicely executed there. Six, you know, he's going to have to fight dirty. And obviously, I think for Six and Hennig, what's really important to them is that they keep the other man in the tag team and the current Intercontinental Champion, the Big Show, out of this match. Jeri-Show said that at some point in the future, he won't declare when, but he is going to cash in that briefcase, and these guys are going to have all the gold here on SmackDown, which actually, as a matter of fact, right now, the only championships here on SmackDown are, in fact, the World Tag Team Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and World Heavyweight Championship. So if Jericho does cash that in, right now that would be very true. Tag made to Hennig. Uh-oh. And Hennig, seeing Big Show come in, he takes a step away. The fans really do not care for this showboating from Hennig, which does nothing for this tag team match. And he ran the ropes there, and Big Show caught him mid-run, takes him down to the ground. And it's got to be quite a scary... Oh, God. It's got to be quite a scary sight when Big Show comes into the ring. This man has more wins than anybody else in this entire universe. I believe he's 63, 64, somewhere along there in terms of victories. I feel like Big Show will be the first guy to hit 100 wins at this rate. Walking all over Kurt Hennig as he now drags him up by his face. Ooh. And Hennig striking back. Tries to get some leverage off the ropes, and that does nothing. And he tries again, and once again, he doesn't phase Big Show. A third time, maybe? That time he got him down. Okay. Hennig now the Big Show. Okay. Maybe Big Show was just playing possum, falling down there on purpose. Side suplex to Hennig. I think anyone looks at this match on paper and they know exactly what team is winning this one, but the NWO Blue can really surprise you here. Fist to the chest of Hennig, and Big Show now goes in for a cover, and once again that's a kick out by Hennig. And that's a smart move by Hennig all the same. For the second time in this match, Hennig is showing off to the fans, and Big Show interrupting that. Hennig tries to fight back, but Big Show is straight back on control. In control. Of control. To be one with control.
Tag team championship at stake. Which team wants it more?
It looked like Six was trying to grab Big Show there, but he just couldn't get a grip of him. Could Six even hold Big Show back? Is he strong enough for that? Kick out by Hennig.
Oh man, a shot like that could drop anybody. But that time, it knocked down Big Show.
Bear hug here by Big Show. Applied on Hennig, and Six gets in that ring, and he breaks that one up real fast. Uh-oh. Oh my God. It's one of the most vicious strikes you will see. And this is about the only hope the NWO have, is to double team the Big Show. A smart move. Censored. Censored for your consideration. Now Six off the top, drop kick. Oh, what a miss. I don't think Big Show realizes who the legal man is right now, and that's going to benefit Six quite a bit. Very fast on his feet, Six can be, as he goes for the top, and oh my God, he just got swatted out. And Hennig, wait a minute, Hennig, what are you doing? Hennig taking a step back, and it looked to me like he was about to let this one go, but Six was saying no. Six surviving a WMD. Hennig, I saw that. Jericho went to attack Hennig off the apron, and it looked like Hennig was saying, no, I don't want any part of this. Where's Big Show going? A tag made to Chris Jericho. And now Hennig wants to tag. Now he's calling for a tag from Six. Second ago, he was walking away from this match. The moment that Jericho's in, he wants in. Don't underestimate Chris Jericho. That is a humongous mistake. He is the current holder of the Money in the Bank contract, and he had some major momentum going into that match. Just because he got knocked off a little bit with an upset loss to Six, I don't think that that means that Jericho is completely down and out. Suplex on Six. NWO looking to be in a bad spot right now as Jericho celebrates himself. And Six made the tag to Hennig right as Big Show got in. And oh my god, Hennig immediately tags back out. Six ain't backing down, but there is definitely some kind of communication issue here between the NWO right now.
Again, the championship title at stake in this contest. He's making the
Big Show knocked down by Six, and I'll tell you what, Six is, oh, he's got a lot of heart. He will go up against this 7-foot giant like nobody else. There is no hesitation from Six, unlike Hennig. Six using everything to his advantage. Moonsault on the Big Show. Six now. Oh, dropping down. Big Show face first into the mat. Could he pin the Intercontinental Champion to win the tag team titles? Almost. Jericho wise here, bringing them back into Jeri-Show's corner.
He's in a bad spot here.
Oh boy. Real size of Six. You do not want to take a fall like this from Big Show. Oh! Hennig is absolutely not trying to get in. You see Jericho saying, hey, Big Show, tag me in. Big Show a little bit too fixed up in the carnage right now.
Championship on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Show looks unstoppable.
Spear to Six. Oh boy, and as if that wasn't enough.
A huge shot.
Jericho taking down Hennig. Knockout punch to the face of Six. Here's the cover. This one is over. I tell you what, that was a gutsy performance from Six, but I think we may have seen some very serious cracks in the foundation of the NWO Blue there. Hennig was absolutely unwilling to help Six for a majority of this matchup. The moment Big Show got involved, he wanted nothing to do with it. Well, Jeri-Show retaining the World Tag Team Championships here tonight in their first championship defense. Who knows how many more of those are to come for Jeri-Show. Well, I wonder if they'll be able to do better than their first reign as Tag Team Champions. I guess with the Brothers of Destruction out of the picture, that might make things a little easier. I'm very curious. I mean, obviously, we've done all the investigating we can, and Jericho and Big Show are clean. They have nothing to do with the disappearance from Kane, but part of me still just doesn't believe that they don't. Whatever the situation going on there is, the Brothers of Destruction is a huge loss for the tag division. Obviously, no Undertaker or Kane on SmackDown is a huge loss in general, but regardless of all of that, up next, Ryback tries to become World Heavyweight Champion when he faces Bret Hart. Well, I really do wonder how long he can keep this going. I have a lot of admiration for what Bret Hart is doing right now, but obviously I think I speak for a lot of people when I say, is this the right decision? Do you really want to be a man who is competing every single week like Bret Hart has volunteered to do? That's where I start to go, is this really that good of an idea? I don't know. Bret's not backing down. Bret's very willing to step up and do what he can. But a one-on-one match with Ryback here tonight might prove to be quite fatal for Bret, especially considering he's in six-man tag team action next week on SmackDown. And then defending the World Heavyweight Championship again, if he can retain tonight, against Damien Sandow just 2 weeks later. And obviously this comes fresh off the back of defending that World Heavyweight Championship last week against JBL. Still can't get over JBL claiming he was going to get the title back from Bret just to hand it over to Damien Sandow. Absolutely not. I don't think anybody believed that if JBL had beat Bret last week, that he would have gave that championship back to Damien. Everybody knows he would have double-crossed Damien in a heartbeat. Well, I struggle to comprehend what's actually going on in the mind of Ryback at the moment. Obviously, we saw him moments ago getting involved in the one-on-one matchup between Scorpio and Damien Sandow. And I couldn't tell if he was trying to help Scorpio or interfere up until he attacked Scorpio. But it's almost like he's dealing with some mixed emotions. One second he wants to see Scorpio lose, the other second he's trying to help him. Because initially, when he first got involved, it was very clear he wasn't trying to cheat Scorpio out of the match. Maybe he's just trying to make an impression, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to do anything in general to get recognition. He may not need to if he can win the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight. This is a big opportunity for Ryback.
From Sin City, weighing 291 pounds, Ryback. And his opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret is a very proud World Heavyweight Champion. This is his second championship defense. He comes in tonight with no intention of losing that title, but he's giving Ryback his first opportunity at it. And this is Ryback's opportunity to prove that he can go and that he can win the big one when given an opportunity. Ryback has never competed for a world championship before. Final hardcore champion since moving here to SmackDown, says the end of ECW. I must admit, I feel like Ryback has actually really struggled a lot. I feel like something has really changed in his demeanor or something, and he's just not been able to quite click, you know? Multiple strikes there and a drop kick to take down Ryback.
What fantastic extension on that leg drop.
Gotta love a good old run into nothing. Drop kick by the Hitman. Been told that we've got maximum security for tonight's main event. No interruptions welcome. This will be a one-on-one straightforward matchup. Sandow will have to wait his turn if he wants to get his hands on Bret. Or Ryback for that matter. As I said before, Ryback made a very questionable choice last week on SmackDown, getting involved in the one-on-one match between Scorpio and Edge after Sandow ran out. Ryback got involved, and I don't know what's going on with the likes of Sandow and Ryback right now, whether they're on the same page or enemies. I don't really know, I'll be honest. It seemed like he was trying to help JBL. Help Sandow earlier alongside JBL. He never locked up with him, and both of the two were outnumbering Scorpio. Short arm clothesline by Bret Hart, the World Heavyweight Champion, coming in real hot from the very get-go in this matchup. And now, going for his very first pile driver here. Is this match already over? Wait a minute, Ryback says no. And there's a reversal by Bret right away. Ryback now coming in. Bret was looking to get that sharpshooter off, and I think Ryback just about avoided it. I thought for sure this one was over before it even began. Fans are in support of Ryback right now. Meat hook clothesline.
Championship on the line.
And that might have wasted a little too much time there, yes.
On the line in this one. Like they say, on any given night, anything can happen in the WWE.
Bret Hart being slammed down repeatedly.
Ryback with a reversal. He's setting up.
You've got to be kidding me. We have seen Ryback win matches in very short periods of time with this exact move. Is Bret Hart's reign already over? Shell shock, center of the ring. Bret covered, and the World Heavyweight Champion kicks out. The undefeated streak, the reign continues. Submission hold here by Bret. A smart move to try and shift momentum for a moment, realizing that he's in a bit of a dire situation.
Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination. Whoa, drop kick. He may get the
Cover attempt here on Ryback, but that's a very quick kick out.
That's why these men are putting their careers on the line. That's why they may never be the same after tonight.
Bret now back in control. You know, Bret did this exact same thing with the Intercontinental Championship. He was a very aggressively strong advocate for, I will defend this title as much as possible and I will prove my point through being the best competitor I can be. And he really did go down as a great Intercontinental Champion. He wasn't the longest reigning, but I think he does hold the record for the most defenses of the Intercontinental Championship. Him or Booker T, because honestly Booker was put through the ringer back when he was Intercontinental Champion. But
And he wills his way out. There's another great kick. You see this, Cole?
this match certainly hasn't been flashy. It has gone very fast right from the beginning.
With the abdomen. Here comes Ryback.
Rawback? Is that what he just said? Get your head out of the gutter, Jerry.
I wonder if Bret learned that move in the dungeon. Of course, the dungeon is the most famous basement in the world, where Bret Hart's father, Stu Hart, trained so many amazing WWE.
I know it is. I know that what they're saying is true. It just sounds so silly. The most famous basement.
That's why these men are putting their careers on the line. That's why they may never be the same.
Sharpshooter in the center once again. Bret may be realizing Ryback's not the kind to tap out, and he kicks out again.
What's it going to take to put him away?
Bret sent outside the ring, and oh God, what an impact. Ryback doesn't want to take this one to the outside, though. He realizes that jeopardizes this match for him. Bret off the ropes. And, oh, wow. Okay, a feat of strength by Ryback. Very impressive. Oh, big shell shock once again, but he sees that Bret's arm is in the rope, and he's got to pull him as far away from that as possible. Does that waste the opportunity for Ryback? Yes. Yes, it does. Ooh, once again. Ryback is coming in hot here. Third time. This has to be it. This is the end of Bret's reign. Nobody kicks out of 3 shell shocks, but Bret does. Bret does. And a backbreaker by Bret. Taking Ryback away from the ropes, goes in for the cover. Oh my good God. 3 shell shock, and this guy is still just walking around, throwing all these moves out. I don't think there's anything Ryback can do to beat Bret at this point.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far.
It's been so physical. Well, Bret is just on fire right now.
The Hitman looks to end things.
Oh boy. Once again, pile driver. Very smart move by Bret. I've said this before. He doesn't think Ryback would tap out, and neither do I, and there you go. Bret retains. Retains, Michael. Bret retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. Look at this. Look at that. What are you doing? Why are you signaling that, JBL? It's not. JBL and Sandow continue to play head games with Bret Hart. And next week, Bret will team with Edge once again to face off against Sandow and JBL. It'll be 6-man tag team action. Both sides will choose a partner. Who will they pick and who will be willing to get involved in what has been a very heated situation here on SmackDown? Well, only time will tell. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you this Monday on Raw.